we are going to have a great time together this afternoon. All right. When I want to start today's presentation by taking us back to what happened during the time of World War II, when Adolf Hitler was threatening to take over the entire Europe and remake Europe after his invasion. Prime Minister Churchill, he was the Prime Minister of Britain that time, while delivering an inspiring speech, made certain statements which I want you to take very particular attention to. He said to the entire Europeans, what is our aim? He said, I can tell you in one word what our aim is. By rallying together, by gathering together, by uniting together against this man called Hitler that wanted to take over the entire Europe. When we are talking of Europe, we are talking of over like some nations, Italy, UK, Switzerland, Spain, France, they are all Europeans. But one man woke up one day, his name is called Adolf Hitler, and he said he was going to take over the entire Europe. You have seen that kind of a thing before. And he said he was going to rename Europe after his own vision. It was a tall order vision. So, Prime Minister Churchill now rallied around the Europeans, the British, to resist Adolf Hitler. So he made powerful statement, which if all businessmen can adopt that statement, not only in the area of your business, in any area of your life, it's going to revolutionize your life. And that statement, I have it captured in this my book, How to Become an Excellent Entrepreneur. Don't start that business until you read this book. That statement, you will find it precisely in page 39 of this book. What statement did Prime Minister Churchill, what did he say? He says, what is our aim? I can answer in one word: victory at all costs. I want you to write that statement down. Victory at all costs. Victory in spite of all terror, because Adolf Hitler was terrorizing them. Victory, however long and hard the road may be. Without victory, there is no survival. I take that in. While Prime Minister Churchill was rallying the Europeans, motivating them to resist Adolf Hitler, this is in one of his several speeches. He made this profound statement that you find in this book. He said, what is our aim? Are you writing it now? I can answer in one word: victory at all costs. Business will cost you something. That's what I'm doing. Victory in spite of all terror. At times, situations will terrorize you in business. Because this is a business seminar. This is a business meeting. This meeting is for entrepreneurs. It's for people that want to grow in business. You need to know the rudiments of doing business so that we can succeed in business. Victory, however long, there are times it looks as if it's taking long. The breakthrough you are expecting is taking long. And hard the road may be. At times business can be hard. I'm telling you the gospel truth. At times business can be hard. And he now concluded, For without victory, there is no survival. I'm speaking to us this afternoon on a very important subject that I've titled Advancing Forcefully in Business. Advancing forcefully. Advancing forcefully. Or if you like, forcefully advancing. Whichever way you can relate it. Forcefully advancing. That is the topic I'll be speaking about. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Business is war. That's why I started with this quotation from Prime Minister Churchill. This statement was made during World War II. I'm telling you that business is war. And you know, in any war, it's either you are victorious or you get killed. Don't approach business as a civilian. That business will crush you. Business is not from fear. I'm speaking this afternoon on the subject that has been titled Forcefully Advancing. You cannot advance as an entrepreneur without being forceful. It takes a force for that business to move forward. Listen to me. That business will not rise. You have to force it to rise. That's what I'm doing. If that business will move from one level to another level, force, F-O-R-C-E, will be involved. Many businesses don't improve, they don't advance because some entrepreneurs, they don't understand this principle. Forcefully advance. You cannot advance without a force. Entrepreneurship is a battle. Without battle, there can never be recession. Without warfare, there cannot be enlargement in that business. Without conflict, there can never be victory. Without contention, there cannot be possession. You have to understand that. Without contention, there cannot be what? Possession. You can't possess your profit. Without warfare, there cannot be enlargement. Many businessmen, they are too soft for the kind of breakthrough they are looking for in business. Many businessmen are too passive for the kind of breakthrough they are looking for in their business. It was Dr. John Maxwell that made a remarkable statement some time ago. He said, leaders who practice law of victory believe that there is no alternative to success. That anything less than success is not acceptable. People who practice law of victory believe that anything less than victory, anything less than success is what? Unacceptable. So they don't have plan B. They don't have what? So that's why they keep on fighting. And that is why they also keep on winning. We are speaking this afternoon on the subject that has been titled Forcefully Advancing. Leaders who it is practitioners of law of victory. It is practitioners of law of no going back that always win in business. Many things will terrorize you when you go to business. The road business will cost you something when you enter into it. The road can be hard at times when it comes to business. At times, it can look as if profit is taking so long before it comes in. So what are you going to do when you find yourself in the midst of that situation? That is why this teaching, this presentation is very, very crucial. It's very, very important. Once upon a time, a Roman commander of Roman soldiers, he went to war somewhere. But while preparing for war, he underestimated the strength of the opposition. So he went with only few soldiers. When the battle began, when he got to the arena of battle, he discovered his mistake. It's like when you are supposed to go with 5,000 soldiers, you went there with like 500 soldiers. You know what he did? In the arena of war, he ordered the troop to burn down the ship that took them to that war. He said they should get it, they burn down the ship. And he turned to the entire troop and said to them, he said, don't go back. When the opposition, the general leading the opposition, when he saw what happened, that the first thing these people did was to confront themselves by burning down the ship that brought them to the war. You know what he did? He ran away. He ordered his soldiers that these people, they are ready to die. So when a man is dead, you can't threaten a dead man with death. You cannot threaten a dead man with death. Business can be like that at times. You know, one of the definitions of entrepreneurship, when you're talking about what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship can be defined at times as facing the unknown in spite of your fears. Business can be defined at times as a venture of facing the unknown in spite of your. Entrepreneurship can be defined at times as taking the steps that can make or mar you. Taking steps that can make or what? Or mar you. Entrepreneurship is daring to die instead of living a life of a joker. Daring to die in pursuit of what you believe in. Daring to die in spite. Daring to die in the pursuit of what you believe in. Instead of living a life, I will rather die pursuing this dream than to live an average life. That's entrepreneurship. Daring to die than to live a life of insignificance, than to live a life of poverty, than to live a life of lack of elegance. That is entrepreneurship. Taking the steps that can make or mar you. That's entrepreneurship. That's business. So you can see from that definition, from those definitions, that business is not warfare. Business is warfare. The problem has always been, most often than not, people are not tough on the inside to confront the resistance on the outside. Most often than not, we are not tough on the inside to meet what? The resistance on the outside. We are not tough enough on this. Let me put it that way. We are not tough enough on the inside to meet up with challenges on the outside. Just I think about 2 months ago, the month of June, it was in the month of June. Yeah, that's just last week, early last week. My services was engaged in the pursuit of one business. So, as I was going, I was to go to Abu in Lagos. But the fellow that was taking me to Abu, I was to pick him along the road. So as I descended that overhead bridge at Ikeja, because the guy said I should join him around at that point, I slowed down. I saw a smart official signaling to him that I wanted to park because it's the bus stop. So he directed me, he said I should there are these yellow buses that were all lined up. So he gave me a signal that I should go to like their front. So, and that was what I did. I parked. As I parked the car there, I was waiting for that guy to take me to where we are going to do that business. Guess what happened? I just saw some group of people in that Korokwe bus. They just wedged me. I was telling them that this one last man official, it was later somebody was telling me that they are working hard. And they did not arrest all those yellow buses. I said, well, look at the bus stop here now. And they came out with guns. They were wearing police uniform. He said, they are taking me, the direction where they are taking me to. I said, I'm going, this is where I'm going. They said, this is where we need to go. If I knew what was happening, they said I should come down for the leg. So one of them, one guy involved, that guy is also working together. This one was not him, he's not wearing uniform. But he came out from their bus. I'm telling you that business is warfare. At times you don't know what we go through when we go outside. I'm telling some of you for the first time. So even some staff are hearing what I'm saying for the first time. So one of them was mocked. So he collected the key from my hand. So he became the driver of my car. So I sat in front. Then those Korokwe people, they were behind us while that guy was driving up. Remember, there is no place to make U-turn. So I just go. Whether is this robbery? Is this a lot of thoughts were coming to my mind. You see that I've been captured now. Or what? Because these two came in Korokwe, they are like 4 or 5. Only one person is involved. All the rest were uniform and they are armed. They carry, some people wear police uniform and they are robbers. So this guy was driving me. He was driving my own car, and the other ones they are following, just like an escort. So as we were going, I told him, I said, I'm a lawyer. I said, I'm going, I want to go and inspect something. I was just telling him this, that. He started telling me that now they have to take me to somewhere, and he started threatening me that this thing will cost to get out of this mess now. He mentioned one ridiculous figure. Business can be rough at times. Business can look as if it's taking long at times. I'm telling you, I faced it. This is what happened to me just early last month. eventually this one, they started this, they started that as well. Because to make a U-turn, you have to get to somewhere like Egbeda bridge to turn. Because the man was just driving. Remember, he's one in control now. So eventually, I was now pleading with him that, that this you are going, this, that. He said, I said, but look at his last one that said I should do this one. Long story short, when we get under the bridge, under Egbeda, so the man he was now saying, was asking me that what can I give this one, that one, and all of that. And to cut the long story short, to get out of that mess, about 20,000 naira was unplanned money, unplanned budget. But something happened on my inside. I said, this journey, I said, this business is important business. I said, that is why what is happening is happening. Remember, that guy taking me to where you are going is the junior brother. His brother is in Europe. It is his junior brother that was taking me to where the site is. So, after, we started communicating through phone. So, he came to meet me. He now took a bus to come and meet us at the weather stop. Long story short. After that one was resolved, guess what happened? We are back on that job. That is Egbeda. You still get to Yanakwaja. When you get to Yanakwaja, you get to Abo. This is where I'm going. That same week, two days after we saw whatever we wanted to do, everything was completed before the end of that week. And it brought each profit in 6 figures. That is the contention, bone of contention. That profit is what the enemy was trying to contest. That is, for some people, somebody else would have said that, I don't think there is a way here. That this is a bad sign. The business that I'm doing, and fuel money I don't get, they never give me. Telephone calls I'm making, I mean, they make 1 naira I did not collect. He started it. Eventually, within a week, everything has been consummated. Listen to me. To succeed in business, you have to confront business. The mindset of a soldier. You need to fill your mind. Because this is what defeats a lot of business people. Little resistance like this, you will drop. Was it last year? Somebody wanted something. And we had discussed. So I was taking video of that property. As I was taking video, I went to the opposite of the property, and I was on the slab. I was taking the video and I was advancing. Taking the video, I was advancing. As I took one step, I said, and I was suited. you know how to manage it. I'm talking of dredge, not my own body. Yes, so my phone too fair. Inside the gutter. Business is not easy. Some of you are too cold. Some of you are too comfortable. Some of you are too passive. So I came out of that gutter. Then I went inside the compound. Started pouring water. Thank God it was it started pouring water to flush out all this rubbish. Long story short. That very particular transaction led to one that brought out each revenue. Resistance, confrontation, obstacles. So it takes a force. The person we were working for never knew I fell inside water. When those people had me hostage, the person we were working for did not know anything except his brother tells him, told him rather, or informed him. That is business. You have to make up your mind that anything less than success is what? Unacceptable. You have to make up your mind not to have plan B so that you can keep on fighting, so that you can keep on not going back. No going back. Forcefully, if you will advance, you have to be forceful. You take forcefully advance. Because every step forward will be resisted. Every step forward will be contested. Every step forward there will be obstacle. Many people are losing out in business because they don't know that business is war. And there is no war that is easy. Every war is tasking. Every war is what? And draining and stressful. Taskful, draining, and stressful. Which is what some people don't want. If you are risk averse, business is not for you. Go to another space. Go to another space. That's why many of us are not fighting. We are speaking this afternoon on the subject that has been titled Forcefully Advancing. Forcefully advancing. It's by force. That business will not be accepted forcibly. That's what it force. We are going to get it. So, when we are talking of, you have to feel what kind of mindset do I have so that I will not go back, so that I will not retreat. What are the steps? What kind of mindset do I have? so that I'll keep on advancing. You need this mindset, ever growing mindset. That's number one. Ever growing, ever getting better mindset. That's number two. Ever growing, ever getting better. Number three, ever improving mindset. Ever growing mindset, ever improving mindset, ever developing mindset, ever getting better mindset. If your mind is free, thoughts of ever getting better, ever improving, ever developing, ever growing, don't force yourself head in the head. What kind of steps do I need to take so that I will not go back? You have to declare zero tolerance. You need to make a decision to declare zero tolerance for whatever you don't want. Because decision determines destiny. I'm not in business to have fun. I'm in anything less than success is unacceptable to me. Number two, you need to make a decision. You have to make a decision. Let me tell you something. Do you know that every man has a will that God does not allow? Do you know that? Do you know that if God asks you to sit down, you can say, I don't want to sit down. If God stands in front of you and says, sit down, and say, you don't sit down, you can say, I don't want to sit down. Do you know? It's possible. Because He created us as sovereign beings. So, meaning that when you make up your mind to succeed, no enemy can stop you also. No enemy. That is why we always say decision determines destiny. So we need a kind of decision. We need to make a decision. We need a burning desire that says, I want it so badly that I can't stand it. I want it so badly that I cannot what? Stand it. That is when situations will begin to respond. Last week of April, I made this decision. When we were about to enter the 6th month, I made this decision, and it is called Operation Zero Tolerance for nonsense. Operation Zero Tolerance for nonsense. Zero tolerance for whatever is not working. It's like I declare a war against nonsense in my own life. Just like I'm sharing it with you now. I won't go into specific details. Between that last week of April, today is 27th. That's just barely about 2 months, isn't it? About 2 months ago, since I've been in business, I've never succeeded in my business since I've been doing it the way it has happened in that way. I now sat back. What is responsible? I said, that thing you did, that decision you took. So from henceforth, is Operation Zero Tolerance. No matter the cost, no matter how tough it is, no matter how hard it is. Once I get hold of any open door, any business, any idea, or anything, I'm not going to accept anything less than success. And there is no plan B, no retreat, no surrender. No plan B. Why? There is no survivor. We signed one yesterday, just this yesterday. is about 1 month of intense fight. Made up my mind. It's zero tolerance. Remember, entrepreneurship is daring to die in pursuit, fighting in pursuit of your dream, instead of living a life of failure, shame. Those who say if I perish and perish in this is no perish. It is people that are afraid of perish and always perish. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've come to the end of this message. This is just like part 1. In part 2, I'll begin to deal with the forces, different kinds of forces that we need to engage in. There are different kinds of forces we need to engage in. Business is war. Business is what? War. And there is no war that is easy. Every war is taxing. Every war is stressful. So we have to keep on fighting in order to get to our destination. So thank you very much. I appreciate you.